Welcome to this week's Crypto Roundup. In today's recap, we cover the U.S. court's decision to allow the liquidation of $6.5 billion in seized Silk Road Bitcoin, Terraform Labs founder Do Kwon's trial date, and Hyperliquid's response to centralization concerns. We'll also discuss Coinbase's rare legal victory against the SEC, FTX's dispute over Backpack's acquisition of its European arm, and Gemini's $5 million settlement with the CFTC. Plus, Coinbase explores tokenizing its stock, Phantom dismisses token rumors, and Mara lends a chunk of its Bitcoin reserves. And for a fun twist, Justin Sun is re-elected as the Prime Minister of a micronation you may not have heard of. Thanks for tuning in to the weekly news recap. Let's begin. U.S. court clears sale of $6.5 billion in seized Bitcoin from Silk Road case. A U.S. federal court has approved the sale of 69,370 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $6.5 billion, seized from wallets tied to the notorious Silk Road darknet marketplace. The decision, handed down by Chief U.S. District Judge Richard Seaborg in the Northern District of California, marks a significant milestone in one of the largest cryptocurrency forfeitures in history. The ruling denies attempts to block the Department of Justice from liquidating the assets, following a legal battle spanning 4 years. According to court documents filed on December 30th, the Bitcoin was confiscated as part of efforts to dismantle the illegal operations of Silk Road. While the DOJ has yet to comment on the ruling, the sale is expected to undergo administrative processes required under federal asset forfeiture laws. Do Kwon's trial scheduled for January 2026. The criminal trial of Terraform Labs founder Do Kwon, accused of orchestrating a $40 billion crypto collapse, has been set for January 26, 2026 in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Judge Paul Engelmeyer called the timeline unprecedented, but granted the defense's request for additional preparation time due to Kwon's extensive legal challenges in multiple jurisdictions. Kwon faces 9 felony charges, including securities fraud and money laundering conspiracy stemming from the failure of the Terra UST stablecoin in 2022. Prosecutors allege Kwon knowingly misrepresented the system's stability, likening his actions to building a Potemkin village. The U.S. government has revealed that the alleged fraud may have impacted over 1 million individuals and entities worldwide. A website will be established to inform victims of legal proceedings, with opportunities for them to participate. If convicted, Kwon could face up to 130 years in prison. In related news, a federal judge postponed the sentencing of Avi Eisenberg, who was convicted for exploiting decentralized exchange mango markets, to April 10th. The judge cited the case's complexity and the need for additional review of sentencing issues when making the postponement decision. Hyperliquid addresses concerns over validator transparency and centralization. Hyperliquid, a decentralized perpetual futures exchange, has responded to growing community concerns about its validator network. Critics raised issues of potential centralization, lack of transparency, and allegations that validator seats were being sold, a claim the Hyper Foundation firmly denies. In a statement shared on X, the Hyper Foundation clarified that all 16 validators currently active were selected based on their performance during the testnet phase. There is no way to buy a seat at the table, the post emphasized, calling such accusations a disservice to the validators' contributions. Concerns over centralization persist as 5 validators under the Foundation's control manage over 81% of the staked Hype tokens. The Foundation acknowledged the issue, announcing a delegation program to redistribute tokens and promote decentralization. Hyperliquid also addressed complaints about its closed-source node code, pledging to make it public once network security is ensured. Coinbase scores victory as court pauses SIC lawsuit. In a significant legal development, Judge Catherine Polk-Failla has granted Coinbase's request for an interlocutory appeal in its case with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. This ruling pauses proceedings while the Second Circuit Court of Appeals considers whether the SEC's allegations fall under existing securities laws. Judge Failla acknowledged the complexity of applying traditional securities tests, like the Howey test, to digital assets, calling it an issue of first impression, requiring higher court guidance. Conflicting authority exists regarding Howey's application to crypto assets, she wrote in her decision. The case centers on whether certain crypto assets sold on Coinbase qualify as securities. If the Second Circuit takes up the appeal, it could shape the regulatory future of the crypto industry. Crypto lawyer Amanda Tuminelli described the ruling as a potentially pivotal moment that could bring long-awaited legal clarity to digital asset regulation. FTX challenges Backpack's acquisition of its European arm. The FTX bankruptcy estate has disputed the legitimacy of crypto exchange Backpack's acquisition of FTX EU, claiming it was neither authorized by the U.S. bankruptcy court nor conducted with FTX's knowledge. Backpack, which is a crypto exchange and wallet firm founded by former FTX and Alameda employees, announced the purchase on Tuesday, along with plans to repay FTX EU creditors and launch regulated crypto derivatives services. In a statement, FTX emphasized that Backpack has not been authorized to make any distributions to FTX customers or other creditors, contradicting Backpack's assertion that it could begin repayments as early as February. Backpack countered FTX's statement by citing approval from Cyprus's financial regulator, CySEC, and confirmed that the acquisition was finalized in June 2024. However, FTX maintains that it was unaware of the indirect transfer of FTX EU and insists that creditor repayments remain under court jurisdiction. Gemini Settles CFTC lawsuit over false claims with $5 million fine. Crypto exchange Gemini, led by identical twins Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, has agreed to pay a $5 million fine to resolve allegations brought by the U.S. Commodities and Futures Trading Commission. The lawsuit, filed in June 2022, accused Gemini of making false and misleading statements in 2017 while seeking approval for a Bitcoin futures contract. The settlement, outlined in a proposed consent order, includes a permanent injunction against Gemini. The exchange has neither admitted nor denied the allegations, a standard practice in such agreements. This deal spares Gemini from a jury trial that had been scheduled for January 21st. The consent order awaits final approval by a federal judge, bringing closure to a case that has lingered for over 2 years. Gemini has not yet issued a public comment on the matter. Speaking of the CFTC, this week Chair Rostin Bainum announced his resignation, citing years of efforts to close regulatory gaps in crypto markets, including enforcement actions against major players such as FTX. Coinbase explores tokenizing its stock on Base. Coinbase, the largest publicly traded crypto exchange in the U.S., is considering making its NASDAQ-listed stock, Kwon, available as a tokenized asset on its Layer 2 blockchain network, Base. Jesse Pollack, head of Base and Coinbase Wallet, revealed the initiative is in an exploratory phase, emphasizing the need for regulatory compliance. We are working to understand what needs to be unlocked from a regulatory perspective to bring assets like Coin to Base in a safe, compliant, future-looking way, Pollack stated on X. While tokenized coin shares are already accessible to non-U.S. users via decentralized platforms, expanding access domestically hinges on clearer U.S. regulations. Phantom dismisses token rumors. Phantom, a popular non-custodial crypto wallet, has denied rumors of an impending token launch following its announcement of a social discovery feature. The feature, revealed on December 19th, will allow users to create profiles, add friends, and choose privacy settings, sparking speculation about potential token rewards for gaining followers. Addressing the rumors, Phantom stated on X, "We do not have any plans to launch a token," while emphasizing their enthusiasm for the new feature. The company also highlighted ongoing efforts to enhance the social experience for its users. Mara deploys 16% of Bitcoin reserves into lending program. Bitcoin mining giant Mara has disclosed that 7,037 BTC, representing 16% of its reserves, has been loaned to third parties as part of a lending program. Valued at approximately $730 million, the loans aim to generate a modest single-digit yield to offset operating expenses, according to Mara's head of investor relations, Robert Samuels. The lending program, which has been active throughout 2024, involves short-term arrangements with established partners, though borrower details remain undisclosed. Mara's reserves now total 44,893 BTC, worth $4.2 billion, bolstered by mining operations and strategic purchases. The company also surpassed its hash rate target of 50 exahashes per second, achieving 53.2 exahashes per second by year-end. Time for fun bits! Justin Sun re-elected Prime Minister of... where? Justin Sun has secured another victory as Prime Minister of Liberland, the micronation that claims 7 square kilometers of disputed land between Serbia and Croatia. If you're wondering how Sun found time between crypto controversies and banana art-eating stunts to become prime minister, you're not alone. Sun's pitch to Liberland's president included forging ties with the US and, oddly enough, aligning with Donald Trump's unprecedented policies. Sun even hinted at chatting with Eric Trump during the inauguration. Bold plans for a nation no one officially recognizes. Liberland's goals include luring crypto-loving digital nomads. Whether Sun will succeed or just rename Bitcoin as Suncoin in Liberland remains to be seen. For now, Liberland is a tiny patch of land with a lot of ambition, and one very ambitious prime minister. And that's all. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this recap, go to unchainedcrypto.substack.com, that is unchainedcrypto.substack.com, and sign up for our free newsletter so that you can stay up to date with the latest in crypto. Unchained is produced by Laura Shin, with help from Matt Pilchard, Juan Aranovich, Megan Gavis, Pam Majumdar, and Margaret Curia. The weekly recap was written by Juan Aranovich and edited by Kari McMahon. Thanks for listening.